I've been thinking a lot about living a simple life at home these days. It takes effort to make a space in the world in which others feel safe and cared for. I like to remind myself that this calling has been given to me by the Lord, and therefore I do seek to grow in it. Are there times when it's hard and rather unpleasant? Sure. This is life in a fallen world. Christ himself promised us that in this world we would have trouble, but that we ought to take heart because he has overcome the world. We also learn from the Holy Scriptures that he who is in us is greater than he who is in the world. And so, what this means for the homemaker seeking to carve out a space in which her loved ones, the church, and the world itself would feel cared for and safe is that we have someone living within us who will give us the power to create beauty and order in this particular space and calling. What this means is I do not do this work alone. As a Christian homemaker, I have confidence that Christ is with me in the little and big things that I do in this space. St. Augustine once said, "Command what you will and do what you command." What a comforting quote this is. It means that Christ can call us to something, and then he will be the one to equip us to do the thing to which he has called us. This is no exception for the Christian homemaker. Homemaking is a calling, and at times it can feel like an impossible one. Maybe the budget is extremely low, and it feels as if you might never get anything but rice and beans put on the table. Well, I have a good word for you in this. If rice and beans is what you have right now, make the most of those rice and beans. Put them on a pretty plate, garnish them with some greens from the garden, and serve them with a heart of love. And those beans and rice will feel like a feast fit for a king. I can testify to this having just come out of a very meek season with a budget that was razor thin. God used this to help me as the homemaker to get creative and to be thankful. I saw it as a work of sanctification that the Spirit was doing in my life. There are times when homemaking in winter can kind of feel like this, like a season of bleakness, and not much is going on after the beauties of the Christmas season have passed. But I like to challenge my thinking in these areas and remind myself that this is a glorious time of simplicity, newness, and normalcy that can bring great order and structure to our days. Some call this soup season, and I do happily oblige to this. The weather is cool, and the days are still semi-short, and we can find ourselves tucked in at home, and we can bake bread and make muffins and take care of our sweet families with extra warmth and tenderness. We can use what we have to make the most of these rather bleak days. The mother and wife at home serves a glorious purpose. We have vital jobs to do each day, even though it may not seem that way. But the Lord's kingdom is upside down, isn't it? Little acts of love done for his glory can change the world, believe it or not. Homemaking is a large task, but it can seem small and insignificant at times. But friends, take heart, it is not. What the Lord has called you to in keeping your home, caring for your family, loving on his church, these are all essential elements given to us by King Jesus to magnify his name, bring us joy, and to live out the gospel. We mustn't lose heart when our daily sacrifices seem insignificant. The diapers, the laundry, the meals, the dusting, the taking the dog out, and scheduling appointments, these are all the necessary things that must happen each day, and yet they can feel so very ordinary. Perhaps it's our perspectives that need to shift, for there is glory in the ordinary. Our Lord himself lived a very ordinary life, being born in an ordinary stable, and he also worked a very ordinary job, and yet his work and purpose were miraculous and anything but ordinary. G.K. Chesterton once said, "The most extraordinary thing in the world is an ordinary man and an ordinary woman and their ordinary children." We simply need the eyes to see that in the ordinary there are miracles. May God give us the eyes to see this winter in our homemaking efforts. I'll be right alongside you, my friends, working hard in my little home to care for my family and to glorify God in each seemingly insignificant task. Caring for your ordinary home and creating a simple life for your family to enjoy may just cause a bigger and more extraordinary ripple effect into eternity than you or I could have ever imagined. Onward we go, dear homemakers, into this high and holy calling of simple homemaking. May God bless you and yours. Goodbye for now.